Welcome to Fouts Boxing Theory. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at some all-time great skills and flaws of the Munguia-Surace fight. And the first one is shelling up, okay? Jaime Munguia doesn't really choose to block this punch. He kind of just brings his arms together like this and hopes that he's going to be able to block. This allows Surace to land a shot on the outside. A very, very easy shot because he doesn't actually have a particular way of blocking punches. Okay, this is a big problem that he wound up having. Here he is having it again because his normal defense is just shelling up. He gets hit when he gets disrupted and hit by a 1-2. Another very, very common all-time great flaw that he has is he doesn't have any post-punch defense. Here he's going to throw this combination with that left hook here, boom, boom, and now he sits here. He doesn't move his head. He doesn't do A, B, C, or D, whatever it is, and he winds up just getting hit. Now, this has a dramatic effect on the overall outcome of the fight, and we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. Another all-time great flaw that Jaime Munguia has, a lot of stepping punches, okay? His most appropriate or his most common way of closing the distance is stepping shots. He doesn't really have a lot of probes, okay? This being his best opener here, boom, boom. He usually does like a 1-2 like that, but he doesn't have probes, okay? When he gets to the front foot or the left side of the line or the right side of the line, notice his position. He brings his shoulder to the line, but he doesn't ever throw a rear hand, okay? This is an all-time great flaw of a lot of fighters that they're only able to open the line with a stepping punch, okay, as we see here. Now, this clip right here is right after the knockdown. He hurt him, and he's not actually able, rear hand probe, no. Jab probe, no. He's not actually able to control him or open up anything and allowing him to just get disrupted by any random jab because he has to always step. Now we see him throw that jab right here. When he throws it, he kind of falls off balance, boom, and he can't follow it up. All right, he doesn't really have a good way to always follow up his stepping jabs. Now, this is again right after he just knocked this guy down, and he's having such a very, very difficult time getting on the line with him. Now, again, post-punch defense. When he throws his shots, he'll just throw punches and he'll wind up getting caught after he throws his left hook. Another big flaw that he had in the fight. Now, again, no probes, right? He's going to be crossing the line and doing all this fancy stuff, but he doesn't, again, really have a way to close the distance between his opponent until his opponent just naturally puts himself in the corner, right, running from these kind of stepping jabs. But what we saw in this fight was that Surace could do kind of whatever he wanted as long as he was able to avoid and interact with the stepping jabs in a meaningful-ish way, or just let his own go. Okay, again, Jaime Munguia having no problem crossing the line, getting to this position, no overhand right here, no left hook right here, right? No left jab as he's crossing, no left stepping hook, right? There are so many little flaws that allowed his opponent to find so much extra space in the ring to eventually hurt him. Now, again, getting on the line here, boom, boom, throwing this combination, no post-punch defense after his left hook, boom, boom, and gets smacked. Again, all of these things can have a massive contribution to his failure in this fight because they give his opponent extra time to recover, extra time to find himself in a better and better position. Now, another all-time great flaw that Munguia has here, when he uses his active guard here, he doesn't bring his hands with him. Notice he crossed the line here and his right hand is here in front of his face. This is not having his hands up. Okay, there are multiple times where he gets into this position and he winds up getting hit with a jab. He even gets hit with a left hook when he moves into this position. And other times where he moves to this position and he gets hit by a right hand, a jab, or a 1-2. Okay, now again, all-time great flaw, he's moving his active guard and he does not bring his hands with him. Again, all of this stuff has a massive, massive impact on the overall outcome of the fight. Now, again, here he is just getting hit here, shelling up with his defense, and then again, opening up with a stepping jab. Even though he has the good head movement, the good active guard, he can't lace any actual punches off of it, except for his very, very, very bad stepping jab. Now, one of the all-time great skills of this fight was just shooting a 1-2. As we see Munguia using his active guard, dipping this way, not bringing his left guard up here, boom, boom. He does wind up penduluming after the jab and not getting hit, but we can clearly see that that's a pretty quick 1-2 right there from his opponent. Now again, Munguia coming forward with his active guard, his no guard active guard, stepping jab here, and then gets disrupted. Again, no guard, active guard. He's moving around like this, and when he finally gets disrupted, he doesn't have a block. He doesn't choose a side at the line. He just normally relies on his shelling up type of defense. So instead of slipping to the back foot and getting his block up here, he just moves straight back, tries to shell up, and he's already been hit by the punch. And again, look at him trying to throw his rear hand close to the line as well. Again, he just doesn't understand how blocking works. And again, this is literally the only kind of punch that Surace was actually able to land. Now, as he's moving through his guard, right, he doesn't bring his hands with him. He gets disrupted by a jab, and we see he shoots his head to the side this way, throws his left hand down to get the leverage to slip, because this is how he practices throwing his punches. This is how he throws his guard around. And again, we see him doing it there, combination, boom, boom, right, moving off the line, gets back to his active guard, right, and again, here comes the jab, here he comes throwing his head here, boom, and now he's getting smashed with the right hand. Again, all-time great skill from Jaime Munguia's opponent is just having a good 1-2. Now, being able to circle his opponent, being able to set that 1-2 up and just find a hole for it in Munguia's guard, 1-2 goes right here. As soon as he starts slipping to the back foot here, boom, he parries, he throws both of his hands here, leaving himself open for the right hand. Again, all of these flaws wind up coming together to have a massive, massive impact on the fight like we saw. Now, I'm just going to kind of play this a little bit in the background here, and we can kind of see, right, Jaime Munguia, no post-punch defense, right, stepping jab while he's moving around. Here's his no guard, active guard. Here he is taking breaks, which we saw a lot of. He's not continuing to stalk and hunt his opponent. No guard, active guard. You see how low his hands get when he's moving his head. Having your hands here in front of your face, right, here, this is not a guard, right? And again, stepping jab. How does he link them all together? Did he fight off of this stepping jab? No. Right? Left hook right there. No defense off of it. Moving his feet with all of these punches. Now again, hook right there. Did he have any post-punch defense? Stepping jab. Did he have any post-punch defense? He got hit multiple times and disrupted multiple times. But again, no guard, active guard here. Right? When he moves to this side, you see how his left hand is low. Right? He doesn't bring his hands with him. He doesn't know how. He doesn't know how to shadow box. He doesn't practice blocking punches. When we look at his routine, again, what I want to point out, if you want to have all-time great skills show up in your fights, combination, bop, 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 left hook, left hand is down when he peels off the line. He gets hit multiple times here, peeling and not having any defense while he's on the line with the left hand right there. Now, real quick, this was his best move here. He's going to take the step here, and as he's penduluming here, he's going to throw a 1. It's a very, very slight 1, right? Right? And then he's going to go 2-3, right? This was his normal combination where he would slide down here and then go boom and throw the 2. But again, if you want all-time great skills to show up in your fight, you have to have all-time great skills show up in your shadow boxing. And if you guys want to learn all the best ways to learn how to do all the best all-time great skills, check out the Fouts Boxing Academy. It's about $13 a month for pseudo private coaching. It's a boxing community of people who are all trying to get better, learn the Fouts Boxing combat system, be all-time great fighters. Okay, it's about $13 a month. We do film studies. We do lots of film studies. We do Fouts Boxing Academy videos, but we also do fight breakdowns of the boxing betting fights coming up the week before. And we do pretty good, picking up a lot of underdogs, but more importantly, being able to teach with these underdog theories why these guys should have a chance against these guys when they're the underdog, using all-time great skills and all-time great flaws to pick for or against certain fighters, okay? Now, again, as we see in his routine here, doesn't really bring his guard, doesn't have very much post-punch defense, but what is the one thing that he does have? This athleticism, right? He will have good combinations, and we do see him having good combinations in the ring, even though he doesn't have good post-punch defense off the left hand. He does practice that kind of stuff. And again, we can see almost everything that he'd actually performed in the fight going on right here. In fact, this little move here, this little motion, almost, move for move in his actual fight, right? Now, again, when he crosses the line, is he throwing any jabs? Stepping jab. Is he throwing any rear hand probes to set up his left hooks? None, right? None of these moves help him move around and chain any of this active guard to any of his actual fighting. Anyway, check out the Fouts Boxing Academy. There's almost 70 people in there, all learning the Fouts Boxing combat system, learning, growing, posting videos, getting better, and it's a cool experience.